We recently caught up with Spike Lee, who was in Montreal for the C2 conference. The C2 conference brings into town a number of different people from the fields of entertainment, technology, the arts, to talk about where the world is going. Spike was in town, and after his panel, we sat down with him and asked him a few questions. The first one was, in a world where Google's YouTube, Facebook, Netflix have introduced a lot of change and are disrupting the traditional Hollywood landscape, did he anticipate a future where the studios have to adapt and look more like the Googles of the world? Or will the Google, YouTube, Facebook companies who want to get into Hollywood need to adapt and look more like the traditional Hollywood players?
You know, I really try to stay out of the prediction business, but at many times, I mean, in the past, it was felt that TV would, when it came upon you, would really hurt. There would be no more films because of television. So things gonna move back and forth, and there'll still be powers that put out content.
When the PR team introduced me to Spike Lee, I mentioned that I was, the co-founder of Watch Mojo, and I mentioned that I just produced a documentary, more just to show him that this was a field that I was interested in. And he kind of paused, and the PR people froze, wondering if I was going to sneak some of the answers into the Fox and the Henhouse documentary, which wasn't my point. But since the documentary looks at the role of entrepreneurship in society to level the gap between the rich and the poor, I asked him what his thoughts were and why all of a sudden you were seeing a lot of entertainers and athletes who were essentially viewing themselves first and foremost as entrepreneurs.
Well, artists want to be entrepreneurs because they got tired of everybody else making money off their blood, sweat, and tears, creativity. That's simple. I mean, you go to the poorhouse and everybody else is getting rich. Why do that? Well, you make it possible by providing education. It's getting to the point, I mean, it's been that way, but you don't have money, you're not gonna be able to get a good, you're not gonna be able to get into high school, let alone have the grades to get into college. And what really has gotten people furious is this scandal which has been exposed in America, where wealthy parents are buying their children's admission into schools. I mean, buying their way in. It's and then it just is. I think of the young kids. They're like, I can work hard as I can, and somebody has money and they buy their way into Harvard, other schools, USC. It's insane.
Earlier on, Spike had mentioned to the journalists on hand that we could ask any question we wanted. So I decided to ask him, your production house is called 40 Acres and a Mule. And I know you don't want to get into the world of what ifs, but I asked, where would American society be if post-emancipation, every black family did actually get 40 acres and a mule? Would America be in a better position today with regards to race relations, or would the stain of slavery forever make race dynamics what they are today?
Well, history has shown that ownership of land is everything. And land is power, land is money. So, also, it's reparations. We're in the year of our Lord 2019. And 400 years ago, 1619, the first slaves were dragged, shipped to Jamestown, Virginia. So it was another one of many other broken promises that were made, because it's my belief that slavery for the genocide of the native people. The land was stolen from native people. The land was worked by slaves. So America was built upon genocide and slavery.
So there you have it. Spike Lee, short and sweet, on filmmaking in Hollywood, society and entrepreneurship, and race relations in the US.